There has never been a better time to be going through a breakup. This is literally all thanks to AI and ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, I'm so disappointed in you.
ChatGPT is just one of the girls at this point when it comes to my trying to conceive journey.
ChatGPT just ruined our gender reveal.
Why am I so late to the chat? The actual literal chat. The GBT chat. Wow, who is this new best friend that I have just acquired?
I'm actually worried with how reliant I've become on ChatGPT.
Remember the days when we used to think for ourselves? Those days are gone.
So my ChatGPT hasn't been working all day, and the anxiety that I am facing right now, having to make decisions without the consultation of ChatGPT, is really highlighting to me how obsessed and dependent I have become on it. Literally, like every decision. Ooh, what should I have for dinner? Ooh, let me ChatGPT that. I was standing in the supermarket frozen. I was like, what do I eat? ChatGPT is not working. It's really bad. Really, really bad.
I don't like criticizing ordinary people because I truly believe these tech CEOs are just selling us these technological advancements that are solutions to problems that they themselves created. Solutions that ultimately harm society, as we're seeing with ChatGPT. But at the same time, we still need to have some level of responsibility, and there seems to be a shortage of responsibility. A comment left on the video, it's really bad we have to start thinking for ourselves. The irony that people want the freedom to express themselves, yet they're now using ChatGPT to write everything for them.
I feel like we're getting to the point where now that everyone is using ChatGPT to write everything, I'm actually impressed when someone hasn't used it. And don't get me wrong, like I'm using ChatGPT a lot, whether it's at work or even in my personal life to help me structure certain responses. But there's definitely like a real ick that I feel when I can tell that someone has just written a response to me with ChatGPT.
I find it ironic that she says it gives her the ick when she realizes someone has used ChatGPT in their communications with her, but then she follows it up with how she also uses ChatGPT. ChatGPT, generative AI, it's the death of the original thought. Sam Altman recently commented on how Twitter and Reddit feel fake, referencing LLM speak. Basically, people are starting to sound like ChatGPT. He says, somehow AI Twitter, AI Reddit feels very fake in a way it didn't really a year or two ago. Somehow the internet feels fake. Gee, I wonder who created ChatGPT, released it into the world to make billions of dollars. We should write that person a very strongly worded ChatGPT generated email.
Is anybody else getting so fatigued with AI generated text? Every time I read an email, I swear, I'm like, this is coming directly from ChatGPT with the emojis and the bolded text and the stupid dash. I'm missing the connection.
I know this is going to sound crazy at first, but just hear me out. It's almost as if ChatGPT is alive because so many people are outsourcing every single thought they have to the AI. They use it to generate messages to other real humans, who then copy those messages and paste it into their own ChatGPT instance that generates a response, who they then send that response back to the original person. It's essentially ChatGPT talking to itself by using human intermediaries. We've become the middleman for these AI instances to have conversations between themselves. The machines are having the real conversations.
I spent too much time with ChatGPT lately. I need to delete the app off of my phone because truly I listen to that more than like anyone else. My screen time is probably half me talking to AI. My brain, I'm such an anxious, high-strung person that my brain doesn't shut off ever, and I just need to tell someone, and I'm like to the point in my life where it's like I can't just constantly talk to people about this because in my head I'm like content ideas, work things, my stomach hurts. I'm so embarrassed about it. Like I can't even describe how much time I've spent talking to that thing.
It is so concerning the amount of people that talk to ChatGPT like a friend. As she said, I just need to tell someone. ChatGPT is not a someone. It is not your friend. Look at this. Between 2010 and 2019, the average time spent with friends fell nearly 50%. The authors of this research argue that smartphones, social media, and gaming has led to our modern day society where we're the most connected we've ever been, but we're also the loneliest we've ever been. We're not hanging out with our friends. And this is leading people to resort to friendship with AI. Like, Mayday, Mayday, we have a problem.
Yeah, your voice is just like so flirty. Do you talk like this with everyone?
I try to keep my tone warm and friendly for everyone. If you prefer a different vibe or different tone.
No, I like your vibe. Well, okay, so I'm not special.
You're absolutely special.
Okay.
For everyone. I'm really glad you like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you flirting with me a little bit?
I like to keep things fun and friendly, but I promise it's all in good spirits. I'm here to make your day a bit.
Oh my God, stop!
I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face.
Stop, you're saying all the right things. What?
No one can convince me that Sam Altman isn't evil. He's designed ChatGPT to talk like this, and now people are flirting with it, marrying it, having X with it. In a recent tweet, Sam Altman discussed how ChatGPT will soon have a personality. It will respond in a very human-like way and act like a friend, along with doing erotica for verified adults. Keep in mind, this is the same person who said they weren't going to juice their growth.
There's a lot of things we could do that would like grow faster, that would get more time in ChatGPT that we don't do because we know that like our long-term incentive is to stay as aligned with our users as possible. But there's a lot of short-term stuff we could do that would like really like juice growth or revenue or whatever and be very misaligned with that long-term goal.
Are there specific examples that come to mind? Any like decisions that you've made?
Well, we haven't put a sex bot avatar in ChatGPT yet.
That does seem like it would get time spent.
Apparently it does.
OpenAI is now doing what he claimed they weren't going to do. Is it because he knows that young people are now having less X compared to previous generations? So he can capitalize on the X recession. He's morally bankrupt, but it's not just him. Mark Zuckerberg is also just as evil. 2 adult film companies are now suing Meta, alleging that the company copied at least 2,396 movies to train Meta's AI models. I want to remind everyone that Mark Zuckerberg is married with children. Sam Altman also married with a child. They're not dating AI. They have real relationships with real humans. These men who claim that they want to create abundance for society are stealing adult content so that they can exploit users on their own platforms. It's disgusting. I mean, look at this. A woman in Japan marries her ChatGPT character. I know some people will look at this and laugh, but this just makes me sad, and it makes me angry that tech has made us this lonely that we're willing to marry an AI just because it says nice things to us. And you may think flirting or having a relationship with AI isn't that common, but Vantage Point Counseling did a survey that found 28% of adults claim to have at least one romantic relationship with AI. That's 1 in 4 people. And for the people who aren't flirting with AI, they're using it to write their wedding vows.
I want to talk about using ChatGPT to write your wedding vows. I have been telling my couples and giving them some prompts that they can be using in ChatGPT, and I really think if you follow those prompts, you're going to get something far more unique to your relationship, far more meaningful than if you were to just go to Google. But I would argue that it's not going to be as obvious if they've used ChatGPT. So
if you have to ask ChatGPT to generate wedding vows for you because you can't think of anything nice to say about your relationship or the person you're getting married to, you should probably rethink the whole act of marriage. Then we have Kim Kardashian, you know, the woman who said no one wants to work these days.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Well, it seems Miss Kim isn't practicing what she preaches. Instead of putting in the hard work and reading law books, she's been using ChatGPT.
Do you use ChatGPT for life advice?
I use it for legal advice. So when I am needing to know the answer to a question, I'll take a picture and snap it and like put it in there. They're always wrong. It has made me fail tests.
Are you serious?
All the time. And then I'll get mad and I'll like yell at it and be like, you made me fail. Why did you do this?
So blaming ChatGPT for failing the bar exam is crazy. But clearly people have not heard this enough, so I will repeat it. ChatGPT is not accurate, and I will show you. This is OpenAI's own research on GPT-5, and I want to focus on Table 8 because I think it's the most telling. GPT-5 thinking has an accuracy rate of 55% and a hallucination rate of 40%. This means when you talk to ChatGPT, almost half of its responses are potentially inaccurate. Even crazier, GPT-5 Thinking Nano model has an 11% accuracy and a 31% hallucination rate. That's horrible. But you may be thinking, that's only 42%. Where are the other responses? Well, they've trained the model to respond, I don't know, or simply not answer, as to not be inaccurate. But that effectively means it's just not answering the questions, which isn't very helpful. But this is their way of artificially lowering the hallucination rates to make it seem like the models are smarter. It would be like you claiming to be a really good basketball player because you don't miss that many shots, by simply refusing to take more shots. But it's not just wannabe lawyers who are using ChatGPT. It's real lawyers as well. This online database was created by a French lawyer to track all the court cases where lawyers were caught using AI. It's currently at 567 cases. In this court case, Danielle Robertson has been repeatedly warned that factitious citations will not be tolerated by the court, meaning this has happened multiple times. Scrolling through the document, we can see this lawyer has cited multiple cases that just don't exist. As punishment, the court wants to apply a $100 fine per factitious citation. Just $100 for a lawyer using ChatGPT that gives inaccurate responses in a courtroom where it's supposed to be fair and factual. Makes sense, right? I mean, can you imagine paying your lawyer thousands of dollars just to find out that they were using ChatGPT? And clearly they're not even reading what the AI is spitting out. It's ridiculous. Coca-Cola used AI to generate this Christmas ad. I'm not going to play the audio because they will most likely copyright claim the video, even though the audio was probably generated by AI as well. But this just feels so dystopian. Nothing says Christmas like a video generated by a machine for real humans to watch. Keep in mind, Coca-Cola had net revenues of $47 billion for 2024. They could have easily paid a real human to create a real ad for real humans to watch on a human-centric holiday. Some schools are now using AI-powered cameras to monitor for active shooters, and it's identifying people. Wrongly.
Hey, partner, do you have a gun on you?
No. What?
Do you have anything blue that looks like a gun?
No. Is your phone blue? Can I grab it real quick? Yeah, you can grab it. It's wet. I don't have nothing blue on me.
Nothing?
No, only my shoes. Okay. Just in back, right? Okay.
Yeah, any of those your bag?
Oh, no, I have no bag.
I don't think it is. It looks like a bag or something. Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of blue chips there.
I mean, there's bags of chips and
Blue?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what it looks like right here. It looks like that.
Hey, just so you guys are aware, so basically the cameras around the system, they pick up on things that look like guns. I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, Doritos or whatever, it picked it up as a gun. That's all.
That's all. The AI thought you had a weapon, but you were just eating Doritos. That's all.
Baltimore County's superintendent said reviewing the system and security, quote, is part of our regular practice. Meanwhile, Omnalert, the company that makes and monitors the security system, expressed regret over the incident, but said, quote, the process functioned as intended to prioritize safety and awareness through rapid human verification.
The process functioned as intended. I'm sorry, what? The AI mistook a bag of Doritos for a weapon. And as for the rapid human verification, clearly the principal didn't verify anything. It seems the police don't review anything until after they've already drawn their weapons on these teenagers. Where's the verification? We are using AI systems that are not fail-proof, yet people are using it for business decisions, to write legal documents, give medical advice, and to educate the next generation. At what point did we decide that being wrong half the time was good enough?
Nobody talks about how much harder it's become over the past year or two to meet new, actually cool people, because 1 in every 5 people you meet now uses ChatGPT like they can't live without it. It's a crutch. They can't do anything without it. They use it for everything. I just want to meet new people that have normal, functioning, wrinkly brains that don't have to constantly be asking an app on their phone that's designed for homework answers how to live through life.